Hi there. So this is going to be the first video in a series that we're going to work through in order to get you ready for an AutoCAD certification exam. So, and I'll be using a book along the way. It's the SDC AutoCAD certification book, something like that. But I'm going to make a series of videos. Some people like that better. So the first thing you may get asked questions about are just like names of things in the interface itself. Let me hide that. Okay. So I hope this doesn't like just mess up your brain, but I have sort of taken a screenshot of the AutoCAD interface and put it into AutoCAD. Yeah. So that I can kind of mark it up. So I've started, okay, and I've added this right here. So this button, and yours might look a little different depending on your version. AutoCAD 2023 is what I'm using, but I mean, you can find that right up here at the top. But if you're using 2022 or earlier versions, this might look a little different, but it's still called the application menu. All right. The next part right beside that, and I'll try to kind of do this where it makes sense. So all of this is called the quick access toolbar. And for me, it's easier to remember if I see it sort of written out or typed out. So quick access toolbar, okay. That's what that is right there. And next we've got, and I better turn my snaps off. I'm going to hit F3 because that's going to mess me up. Don't worry about what those are if you don't know. All right, so this section here that I've just put a box around should be pretty easy to remember what that is. It's just the ribbon tabs, okay? Ribbon tabs, okay? So home, insert, annotate, parametric, all those fun things. Those are the ribbon tabs. And the ribbon panels themselves, let me just highlight the draw panel. So this one here says draw at the bottom. There's your hint, right? And let's see, the ribbon panels, that's what those are called. So the draw panel, the modify panel, annotation, and so on and so forth. So ribbon panels, I can say that in English, I promise. All right, this little area up here, let me draw a box around it here. I believe it's all of this up to this point, perhaps. Let me stop there. This is a separate thing. So all of this, though, is what they call info, not info center. And then this little button with the question mark, that would be, hopefully you get this, right? Help. That's what that is. Hope that's clear, you know. So info center, help or help button. And if they refer to the drawing tab, this only had one drawing open, so drawing 4. This is the drawing tab. All right, let's label that. Drawing tab. And this might seem like I'm just kind of drawing this out a little bit, making it too long. But by doing this, hopefully it will help you remember it a little bit better, some of these names, because during the test, you're going to be asked questions. And if you know what the view control menu is, for example, that is this part right here, top 2D wireframe, those words there. In fact, let me adjust my leader here a little bit. So this one, this is the view control menu, view control menu. And you might mix that up with this one over here, so be careful, because this is not the view control menu. This is just called the view cube. Okay. View cube. All right. And there's this little thing underneath that I never really use, but You may be asked questions about it. You will be asked questions. Navigation bar or panel. Normally, I guess I call it panel, but it's actually navigation bar, I believe. All right. And so we've got all of that. And let's do this next. So this X and Y right here, that is what they call the UCS icon, or user coordinate system icon, UCS icon. And then you've got below that, there's a model tab, and there should be some layout tabs, layout 1 and 2 there. So let me point to this one. That would be model tab. That's pretty obvious, right? I think you can get that. And then the layout tabs. Okay. And then right next to that is this button so that you can, it's an add layout button. Okay. That should be hopefully kind of self-explanatory. Now this is something that you want to be looking at all the time as you're drawing. This thing here is what we call the command line. It says command, right? So command line, that's what we call that. And let's see, I don't think I have it in my screenshot, but the crosshairs that you see moving around that are green on my screen, they may be white on yours or another color. Those are the crosshairs, that thing that are moving, okay? And in the background, you can kind of see a grid displayed, okay? So that's the grid back there, just know that. And just a few more little things here. Let me draw another rectangle around this. So the grid that I was just talking about, you turn it off and on right here. Grid, okay. Now this whole thing at the bottom though, all of this will get referred to quite often. It is the status bar. And it's going to have things like this right here, which is object snap. And it's something we'll get into quite a bit later. Object snap. And there's, I think, one more thing here. So this little 3-bar button is for customization button. I hope I spelled that right. All right. And I think that's just about it. I'm trying to kind of zoom here so that you can see most of it. It's a little hard to see, I know, but there it is, yeah. So I'll be using these terms throughout this series of videos, so hopefully it will sort of beat it into your brain. So if I refer to status bar, that's what it is. You may have to come back and review some of this as we go along, but pretty soon this will be hopefully pretty obvious. I mentioned ribbon panels, but this whole thing at the top is the ribbon. Okay, if they say ribbon, it's that whole thing at the top. Ribbon tabs, ribbon panel, but the whole thing is the ribbon. All right, I think I'll stop there. This is long enough, right? All right, I will see you next time.